Hello, everybody. Are we live? I think we are live. Okay, so let me close this window here. How's it going, YouTube Live? Trying to open up the images here. See if I can do it right. Um, Put on loop. There you go. Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is yours truly, Rama Screen, covering movies, TV, and entertainment. And right now, I'm here to talk to you guys about Star Wars The Clone Wars, Season 7, Episode 5. Can you see me? There you go. Um, it's been a long day. I didn't get to review this last night because I was busy making that review of Netflix movie The Platform, and that took me all night. So by the time I was done, I was so exhausted. I was like, I can't watch Star Wars, the Clone Wars new episode, even though I wanted to, because I was just like already sleeping. Like I was going like this, kind of like right now, because it's almost midnight right now too. And today I was driving Uber the whole day, all day today, like 12 hours straight, 25 trips, because I gotta make money. Because being a YouTuber doesn't make money. So, but I didn't want to go through this day or go till tomorrow to actually talk about Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So I figured right now it's 11:33 p.m. Still Friday, so it's still kind of sort of somewhat fresh, even though not quite fresh. The episode already aired. The episode already aired on Disney Plus, so you guys in the whole world have already watched it. So just like with any of my reviews of TV episodes that have already aired, this video review contains spoilers. I repeat, there are spoilers in this video review. All right, so let's get right to it. Ahsoka's back. Ooh! And you guys heard the news, right? Rosario Dawson is gonna play Ahsoka um, in The Mandalorian season 2. Oh, how awesome is that? Oh, so cool. Ahsoka is, of course, is a fan favorite character, and I believe it was the Clone Wars creator Dave Filoni who once said, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, something along the lines of he believed that Ahsoka is not just a Clone Wars character only. You know what I'm saying? Ahsoka is a character that kind of transcends. She can show up anywhere. That's why she showed up on Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. And now she's going to be on The Mandalorian in a live action version for the first time. And I cannot be more excited because I think Ahsoka is a badass character and Rosario Dawson is a fantastic actress. I've interviewed her last year and a few years before that. So I've interviewed Rosario twice. So yeah, one of the coolest people on earth, and I'm so happy that she got the role. But back to the episode, okay? Episode 7. Um, this is what comes after the events at the end of season 6. I want to say, right? The last time we saw Ahsoka, was it season 5 or season 6? My memory is a bit shoddy, but um, she decided to leave the Jedi Order or the Jedi Council because do you remember the whole thing when she got framed? For the it's like the A Team. Oh, she got framed for the murder she didn't commit. But the other Jedi's, did not have her back. It was uncool, man. Not cool, right? So when she walked away, even after given the opportunity to come back, and she's like, "No, I can't do this, you guys." And then Anakin chase after her, like, "No, what are you doing? I can't. You guys done me wrong." Something along that line, and she's right. if I were Ahsoka, I'd be like, "F you guys," because in that scenario, it was the Jedi Council, the Jedi Order that effed up, right? They screwed up. They messed up on Ahsoka, man. They should have had her back, man. You just put yourself in her shoes. The people that you're supposed to trust, the people that you're supposed to like be able to count on, all of a sudden like But anyway, I digress. So again, this is what comes after that. She ends up in Coruscant, and I guess you could call it the lower levels, the lower tiers. But she in the episode starts out with her vehicle all out of whack, and I love this sequence because, again, just like I think it was 2 episodes ago, where we talked about the scene in which General Anakin Skywalker and the Bad Batch and everybody were on this bridge, and you got droids on the other end, on both ends of the bridge, and you can see like such a huge drop, like you could die like from the heights. And what I was getting at is that that sequence, the beginning sequence of this episode 5 with Ahsoka, is fun because, again, just like that scene with Anakin Skywalker, this too plays with heights. It's like the most formulaic but effective go-to strategy when you want to craft or create an adventurous or action sequence for a story. Um, Playing with heights is like the easiest and still most effective way to go. Everybody does it. The other one, I would say, staging a roller coaster like kind of experience. Kind of like that movie Ice Age. Ice Age. Manny and the guys, at one point in one of the scenes, they went through this, like, really long, like a slide, through the ice. The same with Monsters Inc. When Mike and Sully was, they were going through all the doors. So, and then Toy Story 2, with the luggage conveyors. So that's another go-to formula for adventure and action. But the one that everybody like, that always gets you is if you play with heights. And then she encounters Trace. Trace is Rafa's sister. Trace, that's her name. Because the title is a kind of play on her name. It's like Gone with a Trace. Pun intended. Trace seems to be like a mechanic, and Rafa is sort of like the business person side of the family. And so Rafa deals with some shady folks, and at one point those shady folks come into Trace's garage. We can call it a garage, and they cause havoc. And of course, Ahsoka involves herself in the whole thing. Now, I made a note when I was watching the whole thing. By the way, the fight is so awesome. But then again, every fight in this show is always awesome. But I made a note. Ahsoka in this particular episode. This is her being kind of like Clark Kent or Kwai Chang Caine from Kung Fu series, for those of us who are old enough to remember. Or yeah, if you're old enough to remember Bill Bixby's The Incredible Hulk. Basically this guy who goes, this guy who obviously has a superpower ability, all right? A person who has superpower ability, and he or she finds themselves in this village or town where he or she has to blend in, and he or she has to, make sure that their cover's not blown. That they're not. So whenever they have to execute their power, just like Clark Kent does, you have to do it like really discreetly and make sure nobody sees you. Um, or when Bill Bixby turns into the Hulk, it's like so. It's that. I like that. I like that. It brings me back to some of those characters and those shows that I grew up very fond of. And of course, Ahsoka in this one, obviously, she keeps her past as the Jedi as a secret, except for that little kid, that little brat who noticed Ahsoka trying to pull the power loader from the ledge. Oh my God! You can see the look from on the kid's eyes, like, "Oh, mommy, mommy." Well, he didn't say my mommy, but by the way, every time I see a power loader, um, I can't help but remember Alien 2 or Aliens, if you call it, right? James Cameron's Alien 2. It's like every time I see a version of Power Loader in any movie or show, including this one, I was like, oh, Ripley with the Queen alien fighting at the end. But anyway, back to I keep going on off on tangent here. So, uh, long story short, Ahsoka and Trace were going after this runaway demolition droid. There you go. That's the image. And again, such a fantastic action-packed sequence. They go all over the place. At one point, I thought the demolition droid was gonna like hit them because he was charging at them, but then he jumped over them. I was like, I'm confused, but hey, that's cool. It made for a great chase scene, and of course, by the end of it, it provided an opportunity for Ahsoka to like, well, not that she wanted the opportunity to rise, but it's like an opportunity for us, the audience, to see Ahsoka use the Force, and so I was like, oh, cool. It's in a matter of 24 minutes. There's about 2, 3 action sequences in this episode that all of them were just it just made you remember again why you love this show and why we are going to miss it sorely when this final season is done and over with. Um, so I don't know what my speculation or theory as to the sisters Rafa and Trace, how their plot will contribute to Ahsoka moving forward. Um, I haven't read the synopsis for the subsequent episodes, uh, but I gotta tell you, remember last week I mentioned to you that, oh man, I want to miss the Bad Batch. I hope this is not the last time we'll get to see the Bad Batch. But then Ahsoka shows up, like, the Bad Batch who? But no, I'm kidding, of course. But I would love to see the Bad Batch with Ahsoka fighting side by side, fighting the droid. Maybe eventually down the road, she will let Trace and Rafa in on who she really is. So, but as far as their contribution or their help, in Ahsoka's journey moving forward, I don't know. I can't theorize yet. I don't know how they will play into that just yet at this point. But yeah, but I'm all in. I can't wait to see it. That's it. Those are the notes that I have. I know this is a short review. Another fantastic episode. Here's the thing with Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Maybe it's just me, but it's like every episode is like fantastic, right? So it's always so awesome. It's always intense. It's so exciting, thrilling. I mean, I don't remember ever reviewing a Star Wars Clone Wars episode with, like, oh my God, that episode sucked. Why did they do that? Why did that character do it that way? Like, even when Ahsoka left the Jedi, we were saddened by that. But even that episode was cool. You know, I still like that episode. I haven't come across, at least to my recollection, of a Star Wars: The Clone Wars episode that I heavily criticized or I didn't like. You know, so it does become more or less a cliche now. Every time I review an episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, I always say, oh, another good one, folks, another good one. But what can I say? I have my bias. I really like this show, so it's so obvious, right? That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am gonna get some rest. This has been a long day. Um, we here in California we are still in lockdown, so we are ordered by our governor to stay home because of the coronavirus fears. So if you guys also are in a state where your governor also declared, hey, you guys gotta stay home, can't be roaming around outside. Please stay safe, okay? Um, Make sure you stay healthy. Wash your hands. Use Purell. Use sanitizers. Uh, keep physical contact with people to a minimum. Do what you can. Do what you must to stay healthy because this coronavirus is a buzzkill, man. Such a buzzkill. So that's it. I'm gonna get some rest now. Thank you so much. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and and ring that bell. And if you can help support me, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. All right, let's rock this.